Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over a quick review on our tonneau cover here. I've been getting a few questions on the install video we did for the truck. This particular truck is a 2023 Frontier, but the tonneau cover we're talking about is the Bison here, as you can see. And it's made for pretty much any truck you can think of. They make a bunch of different ones, and people have just been asking how it's holding up, because this thing has actually only cost me 300 bucks. So compared to the tonneau cover pricing, I know if you're watching this video, you've probably been looking it up. It can go from cheap like this one to thousands and thousands of dollars, depending how crazy you want to go. For me, it was basically just to keep stuff in the bed dry and clean while, say, you're parked in a parking lot or whatever, when I'm parked at work and such like that. Not necessarily for security or anything like that in my case. That is why I went with the cheaper soft top version. But as you can see, I did just wash the truck, so this will show you how waterproof this thing is. I haven't opened up the tailgate yet, and we'll just show you how she's been holding up. Now, one thing I did change since the install video, and this is the only thing I've touched, is actually for the clips here. And all I did is I added a little Velcro strip. Reason being is when the truck bounces around and from the wind and stuff, these tend to flip backwards like that, and it was rubbing on the paint just under the window. So when it goes like this enough, you'll end up scuffing up the paint and it'll make a mess of it. Leave scuffs, leave scratches. So I just ordered a little strip, cut tiny little chunks just like that, and then stick it down. It's just double-sided tape. Not super secure, but enough that the wind and vibration will not flip those back over when I'm driving around now. So it keeps it nice and snug, and you don't have to worry about wrecking your paint. And I forgot to show this in the install video once it was closed up, but for some of you that were asking just how close this was to the actual truck itself, you can see maybe a couple millimeters, I'd say at the most. Like, I can't even fit my finger in there. That's as close as it was. And basically there's a foam pad in the back here, plus I added my own strip. You can go check that out in the video if you want, but I lined that up as close to the front of the metal portion under the truck here as I could, and that is pretty much where it lined up. You can see nice and straight across the whole truck. So that is where she sits. And then on the sides, I lined it up pretty much flush with the outside here. You can see it's a little bit wonky on the inside, but I tried to line it up with the line inside. This is just a little bit out. If we come over to this side, you can see same thing. It's almost as if the middle was slightly smaller, but you can see it's lined up with the outside there, and then the outside here again. The middle portion, I don't know if it's just folded in weird from being able to flip, but that's where she sits. And so far, no leaks, which is why I'm doing this video now, because like I said, I just washed this thing, so I completely hosed this down. It would have been like a torrential downpour if you were outside. So let's open her up and see how the water stays out. All right, so here we are. I flipped her open. It does just flip twice over. It sits like that. It's a little bit up just because the handle is stuck under there, but it is what it is. You can see I didn't wash the inside. You can tell by the dirt, so the hose and everything was not in there. This stuff you see here on both sides, my kid actually dropped some pop in the back, and it's made it all gross. So I will be washing that, but I just wanted to show you guys before I did anything how there is absolutely no water in here. And you can see, I don't know if you can really pick it up on the camera maybe, but there's a strip of the pop on that side too. It shows you, if you look up here along the side of the bed, you can see that it's not water that's dripping in from the cover, because these sides are all dry. Everything is good, no leaks, no nothing. Everything along the side here as well. You can see a little bit of splashes got through there. And again, if you look on the back of your tailgate here, there's a few splashes, but that is actually from when it was closed. When you hose underneath, it splashes up because I didn't put the little foam on here. This actually has foam along that you can put on there. It comes with the kit, and just seals it up. It'll keep some of the dust and stuff out too. I didn't put that on, so it kind of backsplashes up onto the bed a little bit, or the tailgate I mean. But as you can see, the inside itself stays 100% dry. And again, I put my own little foam piece on the painted section back there. You can go check that out in the video. Like I said, that's a big do when you put one of these on, because it just seals it even tighter on the back. So any water when you're washing it and stuff, or any water that's going to be pouring off of the roof of your truck and going in between, is not going to find its way through that gap and drip into the bed. And then as for where it's sitting on the bed itself, like I said, I lined up this middle rubber here with the middle line of the plastic on the side of your bed. You can see the water is on the outside, but everything on the inside, nice and dry. So nothing's getting through there. The seals work as they should be. Same on this side. You can see, got over here just from when I opened it up. But if you come down along here, it's all wet on the outside, but as soon as you get to this portion where the seal is, she is dry as can be. And now the only real issue I have with this that I'm not a huge fan of is the way this clamps down. And this is, like I said, cost me only 300 bucks. So it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It's just the only thing I find a little bit off is this clamps under here like such. And you push it down like so, and she locks. That's all fine. But if you look on the aluminum piece, and now my truck on these Frontiers has this Utilitrack system, and they make these clamps. This all came with the tonneau cover, and you can see it rubs a little bit on the aluminum. Not the end of the world, but if you use this thing a lot, you will start to wear out that plastic piece. But as for getting this in there, that's as easy as it gets. You just hook it under, flip it down, and she's done. And if you want to tighten her down a bit, say you have it locked like that and you want it to be way tighter, all you got to do, as you can see this is threaded here, you just twist this thing. It's like a screw. Give it a twist, twist, twist. The more you get it up, the tighter it will get when you clamp it down. But as you can see, this side does it too. It rubs slightly on the aluminum, but like I said, not the end of the world. And then when you close up your tailgate, she stays nice and tight. And then last but not least, because some people were asking or leaving comments on this, they couldn't get the tailgate closed once they had this thing snug down. Just means that you twisted those things a little bit too much, and it's actually causing this to bow down slightly. And then when you close your tailgate, like mine is pretty snug still. If I do this slowly, you can see it's just at the top of the cover, or the bottom of the lip of the cover there. And that is how I got it to be, because once you give it a little bit of a push, it doesn't take much, but it can lift it without wrecking your tailgate or the cover. And then it keeps it snug down as well. You can see there's no play. You can't wobble that thing around at all. Like I said, I just washed the truck, so I hosed the thing right down. There's no water that's getting through there. Everything stays dry, and it is just what it is. So if you can't close your tailgate, it might be just slightly further down, and you'll be hitting more up here by the stitching. And then it's going to cause this thing to want to fold under instead of pop up that little bit to get the tailgate underneath. So just undo the two clamps, loosen them up a couple turns, tighten it back down, close it up, and you should be okay. And all you're looking for is the foam here. You can't really see it along the rest because it folds down so much, but you can see it in the corners. As long as it's tight up against the plastic like this, it's not going to let any water in. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. Just get her snug enough that this corner comes down once it's tight, and then the center should just pop up when you close the tailgate. So there you go, guys. Just a quick little update on the cover. Hopefully if you're in the market for one of these, you'll check these guys out. Quality is good, price is good. If you're up in Canada here like I am, it's right in Canada, so you don't have to worry about duties and crazy shipping prices and all that. And if you're just looking for something to cover your bed, keep your stuff clean, I definitely recommend these guys because, like you can see, Holds out the water, holds out the dust. It looks all right on the truck, works well, easy to install, and it's just an overall good product. So hopefully this helped you guys out. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Hopefully we catch you guys in some future videos, and thanks for watching, everybody.